Hello, and welcome to What Am I Rolling? A twice-monthly RPG one-shot podcast, hosted by me, Fiona. This week, I'm joined by my friends Taylor, Dan, and Dick from the Backwater Bastards, and special guest GM Kyle from Quest Friends for Under the Neighbourhood, where players live out adventures from their favourite Saturday morning cartoons. An eccentric girl enters a world of magical monsters and decides to become a witch. Twins discover a mysterious journal in the woods near their great uncle's house and delve into the world of cryptids. Three friends get lost on an island filled with frogs and fight to find their way home. All these stories follow ordinary people as they venture into worlds unknown and find that these worlds and their people, whilst magical and wondrous in their own ways, aren't so different from home. They're about the magical and the mundane, and how the two don't live in separate spaces, but coexist everywhere. Under the Neighbourhood is a role-playing system designed to help you and your friends tell stories about the magic found in going to the grocery store, or attending an awkward dinner. But there's also ghosts, or gnomes, or frog people, or all three of those things combined. Whether you want to recreate your favourite episodes from The Owl House, Gravity Falls or Amphibia, or you simply want to go on exciting adventures in a curiously ordinary world of your own imagination, Under the Neighbourhood is the game for you. A massive thank you to Kyle, the game designer of Under the Neighbourhood and GM of Quest Friends, for running this one-shot for us. Quest Friends is an improvised fiction podcast where five best friends explore friendship and family in a world where the realm of the dead isn't that far away. Be sure to check out Quest Friends wherever you listen to podcasts. You can find out more information about Under the Neighbourhood and grab your own copy on itch.io. I'll add links to that and to Quest Friends and to Backwater Bastards on the What Am I Rolling website and in this episode show notes. Under the Neighbourhood is powered by the apocalypse, meaning that its mechanics are inspired in part by Vincent and Meg A. Baker's Apocalypse World. Kyle does an amazing job of guiding us through Under the Neighbourhood, going through the structure of play, running us through the slice of life complication process, and the playbook moves, so I won't dwell on that too much here. The key thing to remember though is this. Whenever a player makes a move, they roll 2d6 plus a modifier from one of their four stats: Heart, Books, Fierce, and Slick. Depending on the result, one of the following three things will happen. 10 to 12 is a full success. The player succeeds, or the end result ends up being good for them. A 7 to 9 indicates a mixed success. The player succeeds, but at a cost, or not quite in the way they wanted. And a 1 to 6, well, a 1 to 6 is a failure. The result is bad for the player. Essentially, the higher the result, the more successful the move was. And that's all you need to know. Many thanks to Taylor, Dan, and Dick, the cast of Backwater Bastards, for joining me for this one-shot. The Backwater Bastards is a comedy, improv, actual play podcast played by a group of artists from around the world, telling the greatest best friend story the multiverse has ever seen. Whilst everyone else is out saving the world, they're just trying to find the next best place to eat. Join them on their haphazard adventure via their website, backwaterbastards.com, and wherever you listen to podcasts. One last thing before we begin. Naturally, there are times in this one-shot where the players and myself, mostly myself, get the rules wrong or forget something plot-wise. Whilst we always endeavour to stick to the rules wherever possible, at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. And what matters most is that everyone enjoys themselves. So, with all that out of the way, let's play Under the Neighbourhood.
Hello and welcome to a stealth episode of Quest Friends Hereafter, a podcast within a podcast. I'm Kyle, and today I'm running a game I made called Under the Neighbourhood. It's a role-playing game inspired by Powered by the Apocalypse and Cypher System, and we're running it in the setting of my podcast, Quest Friends Hereafter, which is why, as I joked, we are doing a stealth episode today. So let's talk about what we're gonna play. Then everyone can introduce themselves and their characters. Under the Neighbourhood is inspired by kids' cartoons like Amphibia, The Owl House, Gravity Falls, basically stuff typically from the mid to late 2010s. We'll get more into the details of how it works, but essentially we're going to go on a fun cartoon adventure today, inspired by just the really annoying, mundane stuff that gets under your skin. We're going to be playing specifically in the setting of Quest Friends Hereafter. In Quest Friends Hereafter, the realm of the dead is only a plane ride away. We got ghosts and skeletons and imps and vampires all hanging out up here in what we call the here, in the realm of the living. And then also you could fly and, go chill in the realm of the dead if you wanted. Before we begin, let's introduce our characters. Yes, sure. That's intentional. Let's introduce our characters.
Too scary.
Hello, I'm Taylor from Backwater Bastards, where I play a human bear, but today I am playing Jean Wanold. I'm 8.5, and don't forget it, I'm also an imp. I'm here with my sibling. You'll hear more about that later. And I am playing the Opportunist. But I also practice self-defense, and that's all that you need to know about me. That's it.
I've changed my age because you said earlier, Fiona, that the age needs to be up to 12 apart from Dick's character. So I'm going to make my character 12.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter?
I put my age range at between 10 and 12 because I was like, I'm sure I'll think of it actually, but now that I'm a skeleton, it could be anything.
I really like this kid, tween, teen, whole ass adult relationship that we've got going on here.
Okay, I was going to keep it as 15 then.
It immediately has like a cartoon like this. Yeah, like
yeah.
It's got these messed up demon children living in my goddamn house.
Get off my lawn.
Just happy to be here.
An adopted parent figure.
Hello, I am Daniel. I'm also from the Backwater Bastards, where I am a jellyfish in a robotic suit of armor.
Gross.
That's Dr. Z, a doctor, and a jellyfish. And today I am Scooter Wiz 3000, known by Kirby to the parents, but to all the cool kids around the playground, Scooter Wiz 3000.
So no one.
They all call me that, Tay.
Yeah.
I am Jean's older brother. So maybe a little bit respect there, please, Taylor. I am doing the intuition who plays sports. And yeah, I'm out here looking for all the cool ramps that are going to be tricked on, Tony Hawk style. Tagging them.
I like to imagine that you, the Tony Hawk scores that appear, that's what you're tagging as you ride. Like you do a flip and you just tag 3000 on the ground, kick flip.
People got to know that I've been in their area.
That you hit 3,000.
Yeah.
Is it when you go over? Because obviously when you go over something like that, it's like it's very quick, but actually it's really long normally. It's just it's like
in my mind, it's slow iPhone camera mode the whole time.
Makes it a bit easier.
Yeah.
Have bailed many times because the ground came a lot faster than your slow-mo mind thought it did.
Yeah, but it looked cool. Don't worry. I'm Scooter Wiz 3000.
No, it didn't.
It did, Jean.
That was Jean.
It did. Or I'll leave you at the bus stop.
Not again.
I'm Dick. I'm the Dungeon Master for the Backwater Bastards. But today I'm playing Dirk, who is a 22-year-old human occultist goth of some description. He's the one who summoned these imps and inhuman beings to this realm and started these events in order, I guess. I'm playing a Divided who casts spells.
And so the Divided is someone who has some sort of dark patron, usually a major antagonist in a show.
Well, here we are.
Just three kids in a trench coat.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Perfect.
I can see Dick being a major antagonist.
All right, so we're going.
How it's worse.
We're going to go with one of these show premises where you were your own villain the whole time.
We are
All
the
right,
bad guys. That's what's happened here. Yes.
Am I the problem?
Always, Jean. Always.
And to round us off, hello, my name is Fiona. I am the host of What Am I Rolling, a twice-monthly RPG one-shot podcast. I'm normally the person in the hot seat, sort of running these things and going crazy, but thank God Kyle is here to do that for this one. Today I am playing Darcy, who is a skeleton from the Hereafter, and she's playing I am playing with the Guardian, who has a podcast. And just for the flavor, Darcy, she's a skeleton, so she's just, all bone stuff, except she does wear an apron, which has the podcast logo on it, which is What's the, and then it's a picture of a mug, but it's like a stylized T, letter T, and that is her podcast. It is What's the T podcast.
Love it.
I'm in.
Adore it.
On Spotify and iTunes now. Leave and rate a review.
Yes.
Like and subscribe.
Exactly.
4 stars or more.
Yes.
Because she's tween age, I can imagine just like the bubble art, clip art, like
Yes.
font on that mug.
It's proper word art with the rainbow color text at the top. Like, over one side.
Beautiful.
Yes, absolutely. It's all homemade. Even like the theme tunes, like What's the Tea? Boo, or something like that.
MIDI style.
But yeah, that is Darcy, and we'll find out how she's involved with all this. She was just recording an episode of her podcast and now is here. So here we are.
Got magically summoned alongside 2 imps.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect. Well, now that we know our characters and we vaguely know our world, we have to create today's adventure. The core idea behind Under the Neighborhood is that the shows it's inspired by have a very strong relationship between the magical and the mundane. And oftentimes what happens is these episodes start with a very relatable, if not everyday issue, that then, because of the magical nature of the world, spirals into shenanigans. An example I'm going to use is from Gravity Falls, The Time Traveler's Pig. In this episode, the main character, Dipper Pines, really wants to impress this girl he has a crush on, and he accidentally flubs it really bad. That's relatable. Doesn't happen every day.
I don't know about you, mate, but
That never happens to Gene Wanold.
when you got a name like Scooterwiz 3000, mate, looks out every time.
Again, not every day, but very relatable. But what happens is Dipper then basically steals a time travel device from a time traveler because that exists in this world. And now suddenly he's living out a nightmarish Groundhog Day of his own creation, where he is reliving the moment over and over and over again, perfectly trying to get it right. And then the time traveler gets mad. There's a pig involved. The very relatable thing spirals into chaos when the magical world is combined onto it. We need that mundane thing. So, and it's so tragic that the audience won't get to see this, but I've created this very academic chart right here in Microsoft
Wow, look at those
Paint.
graphics, guys.
Is RTX mode on right now? Because, wow, that's incredible.
You guys are joking, but I was legitimately shocked when I was like, something just popped up on my screen. Wow.
I mean, that is high tech. That's proper use of the technology.
So, like, you got me 3,000%. I'm here. I am. My heart rate is higher than normal.
Do you do podcast logos? I think Darcy needs a new one.
Yeah.
Welcome to my digital table, also known as MS Paint with some arrows and text.
I thought they deleted MS Paint.
Essentially, what we're going to do is we've got an arrow pointing to somebody, and you are going to provide a slice of life complication for that character. Just something mundane, a little annoying that's going on in their lives. Oftentimes, when I play with my players, we pull from whatever's annoyed us since last recording, because there's always something that happens. And then once everyone has suggested theirs, we as a group are going to pick our favorite and then maybe embellish it a little bit. We ironically have the same order we introduced ourselves, so we'll have Gene recommend a complication for Scooter Wiz 3000.
So, Gene says, no, I'm Gene.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it says Kirby on the cool graphic, so we don't know who Kirby is.
We don't know.
Kirby doesn't sound like a cool guy, but Scooter was 3000.
Yeah. That's the problem. Like, the problem is, like, Kirby talks about, like, landing sweet tricks and stuff like that, but, like, it's actually never happened. And if he's ever going to get on Darcy's podcast, like, he's got to land a trick. And so, like, we're just trying to...
Proper good one.
That's it. He's just got to land a trick today, and I'm here because...
Follow around with a little iPhone to try and film it.
Like, I know that I would help.
I mean, that's the only reason that there's no evidence is because...
Yeah. I mean,
know.
like really, like I'm here to help because I know that my presence will definitely lend itself to Kirby
Thank you.
being able to land a trick. But like, like the cover is that like Mom said that he had to watch me, but really it's because she knows too that he can't do this without me.
I like the idea you are recording on your phone, but actually it's all in selfie mode. So he's just taking close-ups of Jean's face, going, "Yeah, that was great, mate."
I'm not really allowed to use the phone for that because like it's really only to call Mom, but it runs the battery down. But you know,
So if I understand, the suggestion here is essentially, and we can even flavor it as, because Jean has accidentally done all other recordings in selfie mode, Kirby's now got to get a proper recording of him doing we'll just do one really sweet kickflip
that's it.
in order to get on Darcy's podcast.
That's all we need.
It's all we need.
And like, I'm going to get that. I'm going to get it.
It's evidence, proof.
Perfect. All right, Daniel, give me a suggestion. What's Dirk dealing with in his life right now?
A lot.
Dirk's hanging out with a bunch of kids, and so Dirk needs to get his life together.
That's not really a slice of life complication.
No,
I would say.
No. That was just me just casting.
You got to get your lips in first. Come on.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Trying to think back to being 22, and Dick and I were both working together in fast food restaurants at the time.
And you had a bunch of like kids trying to do skateboard tricks in your house, as I recall.
Exactly, yes. I had a half pipe in my lounge. So Dick needs to get some management position at the fast food place because at the moment it's not doing it, and he needs to get to that management role.
Okay.
Because Dick was my manager at the fast food place.
I love it.
That's some real world flair for you
Say,
all.
it feels like, are we doing trauma?
No. I had a great time.
Is that
Dick maybe
why
has some
he
trauma.
summoned demons?
No, but Dirk in this situation, if I'm reading it right, is actually how Daniel sees himself at that time.
Oh, yeah. No, I refused to climb that chain. I was happy at my level making chips for several years. But yeah, Dickie was my manager there.
Okay, perfect. Now, Dick, what might be going on with Darcy?
I think that with these kids sort of, bursting into the what do we call the living realm again? The earth? The
here.
Yeah, we're the here.
The here and now. And Darcy has taken the opportunity to get new things on the podcast from the living world, interview living people, for example. But she's really neglected just basic housework. The house is a real mess. She's been saying for several days that she will tidy it.
Yeah.
And she hasn't. And Dirk's getting pissed.
But what I love is that it's not just her room, it's the house.
Yes.
Implying either the skeleton child's chores is to clean the whole house, or in the process of making a podcast, she has somehow completely upended the entire house.
Totally the latter.
I feel like it's the latter.
I dig the voiceover stuff. Yeah, the voiceover stuff. I've got the duvets everywhere, the table.
Holy!
So if I understand, you've really just chosen another possible complication for yourself.
That's very Dick.
Well, I mean, it's sort of my complication, but this is delegation.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Good
Ultimately,
save.
as the man of the house, everything is my problem.
I guess because I haven't tidied, as a real risk of me not having a space to record anymore, because Dirk's like, enough's enough, you need to tidy this, or you need to reduce it to like the cupboard under the stairs rather than just an open air kitchen recording, etc. So I might lose my podcasting space if I don't tidy up. How's that?
I love it. All right, and then finally, what's going on with Jean?
Oh, poor Jean.
Good Jean Wanold.
Good Jean Wanold. Well, I think bless Jean, I think as the youngest member of this team, an opportunist as well, is looking at any point to have one up on their sibling. So I think the slice of life problem is that no matter what they do to both gain respect and affection from their brother, they're trying to do something, and they want to do something incredible. So as a result, also complication is that they can't beat Kirby at all at anything. Like a simple game chance or anything that Jean does, Kirby just does one better, even without Kirby knowing it. So I think Jean wants to do something, or needs to do something that gets one over on Kirby, if you see what I mean. I don't know how.
Forever.
No, I love it. I love it. Just inexplicably failing. So
Yes.
from here, we're now going to choose one. The other ones might organically come up, and sometimes we fuse multiple together, but typically we like to focus on one and find a way to get everyone involved. Here are our 4 contestants. Kirby's gotta land a trick to get on Darcy's podcast. Dirk desperately needs a management position at his job. I mean, it makes sense. He has, I guess the dead probably don't need to eat, but he's metaphorically got 3 more mouths to feed.
I think there's hidden costs for the skeleton.
Bone polish. Darcy has just destroyed the house in making her podcast. And Gene just wants to beat his big brother at literally anything.
Anything.
Impress him, beat him, anything. But in literally everything, fails.
Yeah.
So those are 4 contestants. What are our favorites of the bunch?
Now that you just read them all out again, every new one sort of was keep one-upping things, but now I love them all.
I want to do them all. I think there's a way to solve all of
I
them.
can see like any 2 of
hours.
these being like a 26-minute cartoon episode. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
Like
They're all so good.
they're right there.
It's the one tragedy of the mechanic is everyone always wants to do them all.
We've got to pick an A plot, and if we can squeeze a B plot in.
I feel like, in a way, I mean, because it's like, it makes sense that Dirk would summon us because of the management position.
Yes, agree.
Like, I need to get a better job just
We need to help
like...
Dirk get a management position. And in the process, I will land a kickflip and get on the podcast with Darcy.
And like, maybe Darcy is messing up Dirk's situation because of the mess, and like, I'm in here just suffering.
Hear me out.
We're doing all of them.
I'm doing a pilot episode.
Right.
Originally, I assumed we were all together, but what if we play out the summoning
Yes.
for Dirk to get this management position?
I love it.
Yes. Let's do that. Yes.
Okay.
I'm in.
We're in.
Our story begins not in the rainy, eternally foggy town of Holdirk, but actually in a small, secluded place of the hereafter, right before a moment where her life was, or afterlife, was thrust into a different place. Fiona was recording, not Fiona.
Sorry.
Fiona was also recording an episode of her podcast.
I was.
But Darcy was recording an episode of her podcast because for your move, the term for ability, you get to do a call to action, and you get to roll 1d6 and see how many of your fans follow this call to action over the adventure. So before we begin, I just want to do a little bit of your podcast. Like,
I thought you'd never ask.
What's going on, and what do you ask your fans? And then roll me 1d6 and we'll see how many do.
That's pretty much it. So it starts off with the like I said, the theme tune, which is definitely not Darcy just like singing the theme tune like several times over, like, what's the tea? Boop. What's the tea? Boop. Boop.
We've done that a few times ourselves.
Exactly. and then she starts by, hello and welcome to What's the Tea podcast with me, Darcy Bones. Hello. It's a tea drinking podcast, and you can hear what she's doing as she's talking. She's actually trying to slurp tea. It's like a really bad tea ASMR
while she speaks like a
podcast. Today's tea. She will roll for it because she did. Oh, it's number 17. It's a mascarpone and sour cherry tea. No. No. But hey, what's the tea fans? I always call them tea bags. I don't think I'll call them tea bags.
No, tea bags is great.
I think you call them tea bags.
That's what we call haters of the podcast. Tea bags. Loose leaves. We'll call them loose leaves. Hi, loose leaves. Anyone out there? The call to action for this episode. is to tell me a bit of advice that would cheer you up in a normal situation. Something that gives you a nice big hug, just like a cup of tea, nurse, but not the mascarpone and sour cherry, because that was bloody awful. I won't buy that again. And then I'll roll. Oh my god, I got a 6 on my D6.
So what are 6 fans going to do?
So they're going to send in a piece of advice for me to say to somebody, it's almost like to get their spirits up, essentially. Like when you drink a cup, so in the UK, Kyle, when you drink a cup of tea, it makes everything better. So I want a piece of advice that would make things better, essentially.
Okay, so you're going to get 6 pieces of advice.
Yes.
And the way to flavor it is if it comes up and you want to you can just throw those out at any time.
Yeah.
But I will say that at one point, because we're powered by the apocalypse, whenever you roll, you can get a full success, meaning it goes exactly how you want, a mixed success where it's and then a failure. I'll just say you automatically get a full success on trying to uplift someone somehow. Is how we'll mechanically flavor it.
Brilliant. And that's this episode of What's the Tea? It's a daily podcast, by the way, where Darcy's drinking
Just a pot of tea.
Yeah. But obviously it goes straight through her. So it's like very quick. It's like a 2-minute podcast. So that's why there's a lot of mess as well. But yeah, and then she signs off by doing the theme tune, and then it's like a lot of scrabbling at the end going, how do I, stop, record, done. And then it just goes up like that, essentially.
Love that.
And while Darcy thinks about the advice that she's going to get, that all her avid fans are going to give her, and wonders if there's someone who might need that advice. In the small, rainy town of Holderk, in the realm of the living, in the here, management at McRonald's was a phantom. Now, I mean this in quite a literal sense. The management of this company was a phantom, a often forgotten, often maligned figure who just seemed invisible, which is why no one seemed to notice at first when they disappeared entirely.
I mean, what's changed, right?
But as the days went on and things got more and more chaotic, Dirk suddenly realized that a vacancy had opened at his position, and he desperately needed some way to fill it. Dirk, this is before you have summoned anyone, but you are at McRonald's. Crowds are ravenous. They're doing a new, because each year the Intermortal Necromon Championship, it's just a Pokemon tournament, happens. They do a big campaign where they sell a bunch of stuff. So people are coming in for food for themselves and for their Necromon.
Messy.
Think about the McDonald's Szechuan sauce catastrophe that Rick and Morty fans caused, but 10 times worse. So you've got a million crowds, a bunch of people are going in, and your coworker Dev, who is a vampire that literally feeds on chaos, is just sitting there being like, I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know. The orders, I think I messed them up again. So, yep. And you can see he's just ripping up the orders that he is writing down, seeing the crowd get angrier and angrier, and just breathing in the chaos as people are getting angrier and angrier at your job.
Darn it, Dev! I'd fire you if I could. Wait a second. What if I could? An idea is forming.
Dev looks back at you. Fire me if you could? You'd have to be a manager to do that.
Exactly. I mean, I feel like Dirk is going to have to whip out his notebook of spells and try and find some sort of way to make a pact with the dark forces of the far away underplanes, with some sort of powerful entity that could give me the wish that I have of being manager of the McRonald's.
And as you walk off to do that, Dev is just like, yeah, whatever. I don't think you've got the charm that corporate wants. And he flashes you a frustratingly charming smile. Just as he glistens. And you do know that, yeah, Dev's got the charm, that if he wants management, that's it. So you storm out of the building to summon. How are you summoning dark forces to gain the necessary whatever to become manager?
My understanding is that some sort of occultic ritual is necessary for these kinds of things.
Yeah, as it was. Yeah. What?
Perhaps drawing a circle on the ground, bare minimum.
Okay. Yeah. Drawing a circle on the ground.
Tomato sauce and ketchup.
With ketchup?
Wait, I think I have an explanation for how you might have grabbed them. We'll say that instead of coffee, McDonald's has tea, so you just grab that, and you grab like the skateboarding Happy Meal toy, and just whatever you can to summon something.
Component sacrifices. Perfect. These can go in the center of the circle. Pentagram of mustard. A circle of ketchup. We're ready.
Thirdly, this will summon a demon darker than anyone has ever seen.
Thank goodness magic is really easy.
And where the rain is normally pouring directly on you, for a moment you feel dry as a demonic circle shoots up into the sky, literally carving a hole within the clouds itself. You can feel energy course inside of you, some magical pact that corrupts you and yet makes you more powerful than you ever were before. The shadow of this figure, the light bursts through the clouds. It seems giant, as large as the small town itself, and then it all fades away and you see, instead of one giant figure, 3 surprisingly small ones. One of you has finished her podcast. The other 2 of you are probably tagging and watching tag. The first thing the rest of you notice is an oppressive amount of water just dumped on your head as the rain returns.
Oh, bloody hell, Gene. This is going to make it really difficult to do my tricks, but actually,
Kirby,
you know what? Are you filming?
Kirby,
Are you filming?
it's wet here.
No, yeah, it's
Kirby,
weird
it's
because
wet.
it's weird. It's going to do the slides for like a super long time.
Kirby, wet. I dropped the phone.
Yeah. What? No, pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Look,
Drop the phone.
Mum said I needed to look after you. I don't need to get you back in one piece.
Kirby, find the phone. Hold on.
Find the phone. I'm going to get ready, okay? I need to go over here and
My glasses.
prepare for... Oh, yeah, this is going to be a good one.
My glasses are on the floor and the phone on the floor, and Mom's gonna be mad.
No, I got it. Don't worry about it. Mum's going to be super stoked when she sees this. When she sees this online, all the likes are going to be coming in for Scooter Wiz 3000. Here we go.
Okay, yeah, I got it. It's all upside down.
Did you not film?
Oh no, I did. Yeah,
Oh, bloody hell. Well, that was...
I got.
Wow.
I got.
You
Kirby,
did get
I
it?
got it. Look.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, okay, cool. No, you got it.
Gene, I want you to roll me a move called Touch the Other Side, which it's what happens when you use, and I probably should have done this when we did the spell, but when you use something that is not of your world, something that's magical, ethereal, unknown, in this case, a cell phone camera.
A smart device.
That's fair.
So that is, we have 4 stats. Yours is plus books, so you roll 2 6-sided dice, and then add or subtract whatever your book stat is.
Oh no.
And let me check and see if you have any inabilities.
Probably like a lot.
You do have inabilities, but they don't relate to using a smartphone. So you can also have skills or inabilities, which essentially you roll with advantage or disadvantage.
I didn't know how many to pick, so I picked a couple.
Yeah. No, you picked 2. It was perfect.
You got it. You got it.
I copied somebody bigger and smarter than me, is Fiona.
You're not bad at using phones.
I'm not, but I am today because collectively I have rolled 4, and so if we're minusing 1, that is 3 all day.
So, good news, you get a thing that we have called AP. AP lets you roll with advantage, add something convenient to a scene, or even activate some moves. Bad news, I get to choose 2 drawbacks. So you pick up the phone, and the 2 drawbacks is it breaks after or while being used, and it works but in a way that's harmful to you.
Oh no.
So you pick up a phone, and it's cracked and glitching, and it's just playing on a loop the only thing on the screen, which is Scooter Wiz doing, even in his heart, a honestly really embarrassing bail.
Oh, it's like a boomerang of the worst thing.
That's actually what happens. He fell on the ground, the skateboard shot out, and then somehow boomerang back, hit him on the head when he was getting up, and he fell back on the ground.
And it just says, "Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it?
Did you get it? The look up from face in the dirt.
Oh my god, that would actually get a lot of likes, though. That would get a lot of likes.
Face in the dirt in the rain, looking up like, oh.
It's not the hero that you wanted, but it's the hero that you need.
Yeah.
I take my headphones off, but I'm like, "Now that was a good effort." Oh, hi guys. Hey, what are you guys doing in my?
Creatures of the night,
Oh my god,
assist me in my quest, or something.
is he with you?
Nah, not with me, but I could definitely do a trick off of that huge body he's got.
Wow.
How did you get so tall, mister? You probably could kickflip like over mountains, probably rivers, entire oceans. What are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Really, this isn't how this is supposed to go.
Nah, it's not supposed to go like this. Actually, I was supposed to land that back there, but Gene got it.
I'm Gene Ronald.
He filmed it. You filmed it, right, Gene? You filmed it?
I'm Gene Ronald.
Gene Ronald, yeah. Where's Kid 3000?
Oh, I'm Darcy from the What's the Tea podcast. I'll get out like a little business card and I hand it over to Dirk, and it's got a QR code, but it sort of flickers like in and out. Like, there you go.
Taking the business card and looking at it and just sort of standing and holding it.
I can recommend you a tea episode depending on what you last drank. What did you last drink, sir?
Cola.
Okay.
It's got like thousands of business cards.
I love that there's an actual table here.
Oh, you would really like the Oxford Comma tea. It's really dark and it punctuates perfectly.
That actually sounds pretty good, but that's not really why I've summoned you here.
Oh, okay. I take the business card back. I only have one.
Yeah.
And then put it in my pocket.
Do you need somebody to film you? Do a trick?
Hey, Gene, no, you can't be going around offering more filming services. You're already obliged to me as I'm obliged to you, looking after you, because Mum will kill us.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Look, all of you, it's very simple. I've brought you here because I need your help. I need to become the manager of this burger restaurant right back here before Dev gets the role and ruins everything. Dev is a chaos vampire, by the way.
Yeah, that sounds
hard.
Yeah, that sounds real difficult. Okay, I'm gonna pass, and I'm gonna just do some cool tricks on this awesome wet material you've laid out here. If you could just keep your foot there, that is a brilliant launching point. Okay, good luck with your quest, though. Sounds difficult.
Kirby, Pseudowiz 3000, I want you to take what we call a GM intrusion.
What is that?
So essentially, in Powered by the Apocalypse games, there are things called soft moves and hard moves. Soft moves are things you can respond to. Like, if you're sneaking, it's the guard is about to notice you. And a hard move is just it happens. The guard notices you.
Damn it.
GM intrusion means that you get 1 AP. Congratulations.
I'm on 2 now.
And the way I do it, you get to give 1 to somebody else. Who do you want to give your other AP to?
I'm going to give it to Gene, because Gene is going to need to film this.
Oh.
You're going to use an AP to film it using a broken camera. Fair?
You get 1 in exchange for me doing a hard move.
Oh, I didn't realize that was part of the equation. But
you get on your board and you go to do just a sweet flip.
There we go. I like this.
And as you're about to go off the air,
Sweetness.
Suddenly you feel something hot and hard pull at your leg and you face plant in the mud.
I'm out.
And as you look up, the 3 of you all notice these demonic ethereal chains going from each of you and attaching to the weird burger man.
Oh my god.
This is like discount God of War. Fuck.
And Dirk, you also, I want to make it clear, these are not like in Dirk's hands. Dirk you also notice, potentially to your horror, that you aren't holding these chains. You are just chained as well. It's the equivalent of like when you handcuff yourself to somebody else.
Oh, nobody wins.
Damn it.
Nobody wins.
Yeah, but he's huge though. So
Right. Well, see, we do have to work together.
okay, well, do this trick with me, and
then you'll do my thing, right?
nah.
Well, then I'm going as far away as I can from where you want to do the tricks.
It hurts. Stop it. It's dragging me along this ground.
I'm just gonna stand over here and do nothing in the rain.
How we gonna go home? Jane
How can you do that to my little bro? I gotta look after him.
Oh, he's not going anywhere, is he?
I fell.
I'll talk to him and I'll walk over to Dirk and I sort of look up and I'm like, okay, Mr. Scary Man, look, I'm just a skelly girl with a podcast asking listeners to like her tea. That's all I'm doing. But look, who is this person? Who is Dev to you? Like, is he a bad person? Does he hate tea?
We do a sudden cut. The crowd is like double decked, people on top of each other, and Dev just smiles. His lips grow wider, his teeth more sparkling as he takes a tea bag, rips it, and casually just eats the insides. And then we cut back.
Dev has absolutely no respect for tea.
He is a true tea bag, and I'd like to use my playbook move, which is declare guilty, and I'd like to declare a particular character as a threat to us and people I care about.
Oh.
Wow.
I can't allow teabaggers just to go around and ruin loose leafers like us. And I hold out my hand, my skeleton hand to shake Dirk's.
Right. Very, very good. That's one. Right. You, give me a second. I'm going to pull out my smartphone and try and search through Dev's social media for some sort of evidence that he hates extreme sports.
Okay. We're gonna treat this as understand. Understand is when you have a specific question. In your case, where is the evidence that Dev hates extreme sports? Does that seem fair?
Seems fair.
It's also a books roll, so roll, add your book
I've
stat.
got +2 to books, but I've also got an inability at understanding the mundane, so I feel like those might work against one another.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted to count that or not. If you want to count it, you would roll with disadvantage, meaning that you would roll 3 dice, take the bottom 2.
Oh, way to go, Dick.
Well, now that I've said it, I just have to do it.
Yes.
So I've rolled 3 dice. The top one was a 6, but we're getting rid of that.
Dick doesn't know what sports are.
4 and a 1. It's 5 plus my 2 books is 7.
7. So that is a mixed success.
Yes.
So you get to ask me a simple question, which in this case is, does he hate extreme sports, right? Or what is your question that you want answered?
I suppose my question is there evidence on the internet that Dev hates extreme sports?
So I am going to answer that, and then I get to hold another question which you fail to understand. So the answer is yes. You don't know where it is.
Bloody heck. You're rude. I know I've seen this video somewhere. It's
like a random picture of him at the Tour de France saying, like, I hate cyclists or something, but then you can't find it.
The only one you can find, it's cropped, so it just says cyclists with an exclamation point.
Yeah.
He did one of those tweets once that was like, why do people watch video games on stream? And then somebody said, why do people watch football? And he's like, that's not the same thing.
Yeah. So you know deep in your heart that Dev hates extreme sports, and you know there's evidence somewhere. Scooter, you're just seeing this guy just desperately scrolling through his phone, unable to find something.
Yeah, is it like a cool guy that you're trying to show me, or like someone who does also cool tricks with the help of their little brother? Or is it like because you got huge respect for them, or like you want to be them, or maybe you just show me your screen already because I can't see it because you're so bloody tall.
Look, this is the guy. I'll show him at least a picture of Dev, and he smashes skateboard ramps like every day.
He smashes them.
Like with a hammer.
He's also a teabagger, confirmed.
Teabagging. I don't know what that means, but it sounds pretty cool. So if I do this mission with you, they might think I'm cool, and then they might film me do a cool trick.
What about Gene Waddle do the film?
I mean, Gene, have you filmed me do the cool trick yet?
Well, I'm working on it.
Look, giant man, is this person a cool guy trickster?
He just sits around and enjoys the chaos.
What? He sits?
Back in the space, Dev is leaned back in a chair he got out of nowhere. His feet are up on the counter, and you have literally stacks of people 3 tall now. The building is literally bulging.
I can't go in there. I'm too stressed.
All right, we'll deal with this teabagger. Like, what do you want us to do, Mr. Scary Man?
Yeah, if he's like just sitting.
Yeah, I can. I'm sure I've got something. She desperately looks through her recorder to see. I've got some really bad ratings on bonfire toffee tea. That wasn't very good. It was literally fire, and it jammed up your bangs and stuff.
Gene Waddle get people in trouble all the time.
Well, that's perfect, but what you got to understand is he's at his highest power level right now with all the chaos. I feel like the only way that we can disarm someone like Dev is by following the rules. Who's with me?
Oh, yeah, nah.
What do you mean, man?
Like, you give us rules to follow, and it's like, oh, look at these people working so hard on the rules.
I mean, like, we're already chained to you, so, like...
Yeah.
You asking us to what?
The McRonald's rules. I've got the rule book right here. I've been studying it because I'm going to be manager someday.
Mister, I can't walk. I'm 8.5.
Yeah, and, like, also, I've got, like, a very promising career ahead of me doing extreme tricks on things that you don't think are that extreme, so...
Hubby.
Yeah, what is it, Gene?
We can't go home.
What do you mean we can't go home? We have to be home by 4.
We're trapped.
What do you mean we're trapped? We're here.
I think we're trapped.
We can't be trapped. Mum is expecting us.
I think we're trapped. Look.
Darcy. Wait, do I know Darcy?
If you know her name, at least.
Hello, I'm Darcy.
Darcy, are we trapped?
It seems like it. And I look at the runes. I think, look, I'll be honest. Don't cry, Gene. Look,
Oh, don't worry. Gene cries a lot. It's fine.
It's okay because I know karate.
Yeah. Yeah, but you look down at the chains and you see a text that says, "The pact has been signed until the task that has been set before you has reached its conclusion. You're stuck here, loser."
It's really weird they add in that last clause. They're like right at the bottom of the chain.
Yeah. Wait, is that like an official text?
Do you think our mom listens to Darcy's podcast and can see that we're trapped?
It's fine, guys. All that means is that I have to become the manager, which is what I wanted anyway.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we're putting down a really bad man, so...
Yeah.
But,
okay.
I guess, Mr. Scary Man, I don't know you... Oh, I see that he's got like a little... Dirk's got a little name badge with no stars on it.
Oh, wow.
He's got no flair? There's no flair.
What makes you qualified to be the manager? Just so, because in case somebody asks us, like, hey, who's that guy you're helping? Like, what do we say?
How many tricks can he land?
Yeah, what's his
like-
favorite tea?
Is there a video you doing a tweet?
What?
See if I can borrow your phone.
All right.
Are
I'm
there any games
the
on it?
best person
Snake
for this
two.
position because
Second snake?
I'm a perfectionist and I'm a hard worker and
Hard worker.
I'm an enthusiastic team player who can work independently.
Independently.
Yeah, but you know what you don't have? You're boring, dude.
At this point, I step up and I put my hand on Dirk's arm and I say,
I'm boring when you don't know who to be
"Oh, oh, good, his mouth as well."
Yeah.
And that is what
Mr. Dirk, I got some bits of advice from my listeners, the loose leaves before I came in, and one of them said, if you were everyone's cup of tea, you would be a mug.
Yeah.
So go in there and demand to be the manager, because you're not a mug. You're a cup. I don't know. I didn't get the end of that.
Yeah.
Somehow that is uplifting. Not sure how, but it's working for me.
So, we're going to say it's noon. Dirk, the next 4 hours will be the most important 4 hours of your live/afterlives. At 3:30, management will come in. They plan on doing interviews and a general assessment of the place. By 4 p.m., a half an hour after that, Jean and Kirby have to get home where there will be literal hell to pay.
Like quite literally, Pit Fiend Mother will kill us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I could also go home at that time, because I don't know the upload speeds here. And
Yeah, way to go, way to go. It's like, well, I mean, we need to go home, but like, you can keep Darcy.
I know. I need to upload just because, the algorithm, if you don't put out regularly, then they'll notice,
That's true.
Yeah.
Important interview with your family's necro cat.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. You're going to ruin her RSS.
Yeah. So I'm going to lose so many patrons. At least one of them, which is also my mum's.
What about her listens?
Yeah.
What's the plan, gang? How are you going to stop Dev, get the job, and get home?
So you're saying there's like lots of people in the building want to be served food, or is that?
Yes.
Right.
Literally hundreds, if not thousands.
And all of their necromon, too.
Okay, so
I think that everything that we can do to make Dev responsible for this will help us.
whatever we do, good.
Yeah.
And an important thing about Dev is that Dev did note that charm is,
That's what I'm
is
saying.
important above all else.
We need to help get some pizzazz in this guy who's got a stick up his butt. We need to help get that stick into a wave and make that wave super cool that he can ride all the way to a promotion.
I just want to let you guys know that I have something called Go Big or Go Home.
Exactly.
Just put that in your back pocket because I can spend it on I can spend it on myself, but I could also spend it on one of you. So
Essentially, before anyone rolls, you upgrade successes to critical success, but failures become critical failures.
go big or go home.
I love that.
Go home.
That's amazing.
I spent all my other life monies on being a liar, so all of my marketable skills are lying and Kawadi.
I guess what I will do to help Dirk, if we're going in, obviously I'll leave the brothers to do whatever they need, but okay, you say you need some, Dev has charisma. Well, I bet you have charisma. Look, I run a podcast and I'm just going to teach you some techniques, and I'm going to go through microphone and like vocal warm-ups and be like, hello, my name is Dirk, welcome to, and do that whole spiel, even though he's probably more experienced, because obviously we don't have this kind of fast food restaurant in the hereafter. So yes, I will offer my services in that respect to Dirk who need them.
Diction, pronunciation.
Yes. Willie went watery skiing. No, that's not the one. Hang on. Because I don't have much. I have -1 in books. So
So if I understand, you are all doing the opposite of your suggestions. So Darcy was like, we need to clean this out, but is directing on pizzazz.
yes.
Does that mean Jean and Kirby are trying to either increase the chaos and find a way of pinning it on Dev, or decreasing the chaos to remove his power?
We are not going to kill any of the chaos because that's impossible.
Cannot happen.
And we're kids. We also thrive on chaos, but we could redirect the chaos to another source.
Don't worry about it. We got this, okay?
The only way Jean knows how to do that is by tattling.
Excellent.
Cubby.
Yeah, Jean?
You know
Yeah,
how
Jean.
sometimes.
Well, also, could you stop right there? No one knows me
Yeah.
as Kirby anymore. I am
Kirby.
Scooter Wiz 3000.
Cubby,
Nana.
Scooter with,
Scooter whiz.
Scooter Cubby,
No more Kirby's. No more
Thurby.
Kirby's.
Thurby,
Scooter whiz.
Scooter with
Scooter whiz.
3,000.
3,000, yeah.
Scooter with 3,000.
Yep, sounds so
Cubby.
good. No,
But, like,
okay.
You know that thing I do sometimes where, like, sometimes I tell mom you did something and you didn't
Yeah,
do
I'm
it.
aware. I'm aware of what you do.
What if we go in there? What if we tie this guy up out here and we go in there and we say, hey, this guy in here, he said he said he wasn't going to make your hamburgers, and this guy out here, he tied him up, so he wanted to do it, but he
Stop
couldn't do
right
it.
there. I love what you're saying.
We just
tie him
tattle.
up.
We're gonna
You
tattle.
give me some rope, and I will do some kickflips, some ollies, and some like cool little pumps around the wall, and I will tie up his legs. And then when management arrives, they will go, "Wow, look at this guy. He's tied up. He's not even doing his job."
And I'm going to say that guy did it. And he told me I couldn't even have a hamburger.
No, no hamburgers for us.
Are you tying up Dev or are you tying up Dirk? Because I'm
Yeah.
hearing two very
It's
different.
tying up Dev?
No, we're tying.
Oh,
You're disagreeing with person.
okay. I thought we were talking about
No,
tying up Dev. I'm sorry.
Cubby.
It's not Kirby.
Cubby.
It's Scooter Wiz. 3,000.
Scooter with 3,000. Listen,
Yeah, thank you very much, Gene.
we're gonna tie up this guy. This guy.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a...
I can hear you, you know.
We're gonna no.
Okay, well, stop listening then, because we're talking about you.
We're gonna say that the teabag did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
so-
the only reason he's not making the hamburger.
He's not making hamburgers because he's tied up the whole time.
He's not making the hamburger, but he wants to.
That is easier than trying to actually make the hamburgers.
He wants to really hard, but
Yeah, but the teabag hurt everybody.
the main important thing is, do you have battery on your phone? Because when I'm tying him up, I got him doing this in a super cool
Yeah,
way.
I'm gonna borrow his phone when we tie him up.
Sounds
so
good.
I can film more good.
Hey, Gene. Hey, Gene.
Yeah,
If you mess this up,
yeah. No, B's not gonna mess it up.
yeah, but I'm saying if you do mess it up,
I never mess anything up.
I'm putting all my sprouts on your plate. Okay?
Please, Kirby, please don't.
I will.
Kirby, please don't.
I ain't helping you eat your sprouts anymore.
Please, Gene need help.
This is my one chance.
Okay.
All right, so Dirk, are you going to let yourself get tied up?
All we got is a yo-yo, man.
At this point, I think I have to. I feel like there's no better plan than this.
All right, so
I've
Gene,
seen how many people are in there.
I want you to roll something called Keep Your Cool, which is slick. Keeping your cool involves like patience, doing something strong over time.
I have 0 of that.
And in this case, because you're trying to tie something super well and rope isn't so ethereal that you would never know about it, I consider it more along the lines of,
Like doing the knots and stuff. Like yes,
yeah, it's
Boy
all about the
Scout-wise.
execution. You got to keep your calm while you're doing the knots and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it's also a lot of pressure now that Kirby's like threatened Dean with the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, a full plate of sprouts.
So in the back room of this McRonald's, you all watch as an 8-year-old imp child just grabs some cables and rope nearby and ties up an adult man. And how well does that child do?
Oh, well, I got a 6, so
A 6 total.
yeah.
We'll take 1 AP. You've now got 4. If you check the rulebook, AP, by the way, gives you a bunch of stuff. You can roll with advantage. You can automatically gain a success. You can pull something useful in a scene. And you can stretch even further with 3 and 4.
Wait,
using...
so I have 4 total AP.
You have 4 total AP now with that failure. Just keep that in mind.
Do a lot with all them apps.
The one thing you can't do is unless a move says you can use this after rolling, you can't use AP to be like, I succeed after I fail the roll.
Yeah,
okay,
sure.
Because
Fair.
I like seeing failures
I love failure.
happen.
We
Look
love
at
the
me.
fails.
I mean,
So you don't how do you fail to keep your cool while doing this knot?
I didn't learn how to tie knots yet.
So you're like there, and it just falls.
Yeah, this just can't happen.
Tie, fall, tie again, fall.
Yep.
And with a big flourish, Gene does his last knot, which doesn't actually tie, and instead you just see the rope fly out of Jean's hand and fall into the fryer.
Oh no!
What the hell?
This is embarrassing.
Oh, I need some help with nuts.
At this point, you hear the intercom or the fast food restaurant radio like go off, and hello. I'm speaking to the whole restaurant crowd. Hi there, this is Darcy. What's your tea? I appreciate the lines are busy just now, so I thought I would entertain you with some ratings on previous teas. Today's special is, birthday cake. Ooh, I don't know about that. And continues that. That's not...
What is your goal with this?
I'm guessing they're getting very frustrated, so
Yeah.
Darcy thinks, my soothing ASMR will soothe the whole crowd, and they'll be in a happy state.
Roll me convince somebody. We're going to use the stat heart because you're trying to calm them down, appeal to their goodness.
Okay.
And your goal, it sounds like, is to convince the crowd to just chill.
Yes, I am good with that.
I believe in it. I think it's going to work.
No.
It's a 6 total.
You take 1 AP. Your target isn't convinced. The GM chooses one drawback. They try to get in your way. They demand something. They make a vital misunderstanding. They're upset with you for a long time.
Oh, well, I bet I know what.
World War Z clambering into the kitchen.
Exactly, right?
Today's rice pudding and jam.
Suddenly, you what's one of the bigger Necromon that I've got?
Oh my god.
Oh no, none of them are Necromon friendly teas. Yeah, that's a different podcast.
Someone's Malaya, which is a big like mushroom, just charges and completely obliterates the front desk. Dev disappears into the crowd, and they just start storming the back.
Guys, over the intercom. That's all for today's special episode of What's the Tea? And then click off.
You hear as you click it off, and it's just ripped from the screams. And the crowd, the rest of you see Darcy come around, and then like right behind her, just a mass of flesh and clothes.
Right. Now, one of my descriptor moves, I can cast a spell where I can freeze time for 30 seconds. Could that keep these guys moving in that time?
It's not clear. I like freeze time freezing everything, but you only have 1 AP, right?
I only have 1 AP.
Okay, so if you had a bunch like Jean, I would have made you pay 1 AP, but since this is a one-shot and like I don't need to worry about how this is going to impact things long term, sure, yeah, you can freeze time for 30 seconds. And everybody else is there.
Well, then, I guess I'm going to have to try and do that, because I feel like we need to barricade this somehow so that they don't run over all of us, because then I'm never going to be manager. I'm probably going to be dead. Trampled sort of flat.
To be fair, at this moment, things are not looking great for you.
No.
So,
Looking great for us, though.
Well, I mean, if Dirk dies, he goes to the hereafter. That's where you live, so you could just take him home with you.
Oh, new friends.
oh.
You can manage like a shop there or something, I'm sure. Maybe.
Anyways, this is just taking up, this conversation is taking up 10 of your 30 seconds.
Right. Look, you move the dumpsters in front of the back door so they don't get out on us.
Okay. And then I go and I sort of back to it, like skeleton back, and using my legs, because I can move my body parts a little bit, my arms come off and push, as well as me pushing my back as well, and the legs.
Getting around and assisting with this push. Let's get this dumpster to barricade.
You're going to help each other.
Yes.
And so we have a move called Help a Friend, which relates to compatibility score. Since this is a one-shot, for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to say that Fiona rolls and gets a +1. So we're not going to do Keep Your Cool for this one. We're going to do a different move called Take Action. Because you don't have to have finesse with pushing a dumpster, but you do have 20 seconds to do it.
Yes.
And so Take Action is fierce, and you're moving as quick as possible. So roll, add your fierce, and then add +1 because Dirk is helping you.
Oh, right. That's a +3 in total. That's fantastic. That's only just in total a 7. I rolled 2 2s on the dice. So, it's like desperately scrabbling pushing this dumpster into the front of the door.
So the rest of you watch as you push the dumpster,
Good job.
but you're slightly too late. Time comes back in, and you see the crowd, which for some reason hasn't decided to just go on the outside of the McRonald's and is specifically pushing through, has pushed it, but it's not quite in place. So the garbage can is slowly being pushed aside because you didn't get it fully in front of it in time.
Darn it! They're coming.
So what do you do now? Are you just gonna wait for the crowd to overwhelm you, or
Wait. Okay, hold on. Okay, we are out in back of the restaurant.
yeah?
And we were trying to barricade the back door, and so that means that this crowd is already like in the kitchen.
Yeah.
This is so terrifying. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Gene.
Scooter with.
Yeah, Scooter was. Yeah, pump me
Scooter
up.
with.
Yeah.
Scooter with.
All right. So, pretty much like the most like important situations is happening right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I think it's up to us because, well, they're preoccupied, aren't they?
We're gonna tattle.
No. Who are we gonna tattle? Who are we
I'm
gonna
tattle.
tattle to? There's
Whoever
no one.
come out.
Look around, Eugene.
We're gonna say only a couple of minutes until management arrives.
Dean, we're gonna tattle to everyone.
Tattling later. Right now, we need to stop a crowd of angry, hungry people, which fair enough. Like, I'd also be pretty pissed at this point. They look hungry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to feed them.
Oh. Okay. I mean, Dean, we're not allowed in the kitchen.
Hey, guess what?
What?
I'm your big brother,
Yeah.
and I get to tell you what you're allowed to do.
Oh, you gonna do it?
You're allowed in the kitchen, Gene. Let's get these people fed.
Let's go. Dean Waddles.
Oh my god, you are like a Pokemon.
So you're gonna push through a sea of people to make burgers, or where are you
Yeah.
getting the food made?
Wherever
Mate,
it is.
At this point, people are hungry. We're just going to grab whatever there is, spray sauce into the crowd. We're going to push buns out there, shower them with sesame for all I care. You know,
Yeah.
we're going to...
We've got a trash behind us. Just throw the trash. There must be something left over.
Yeah, probably
We're just
something.
like, they're holding the door shut. We're just trying to, like, shoot over.
That is the next question, because they are in the kitchen. So where
Yeah.
are you getting the food?
Okay, well, from my rememberings of what it was like to work at a fast food place with Dickie,
From my personal life experience.
underneath the counter was where we kept all of the pre-made salads and buns and all of the things that would adorn the burger, right?
In a hot kitchen? Gross.
Oh yeah, very.
That's how they did it. So, you know, I think at this point it's time to pull out the chips from the fryer. It's time to pull out all the deep fried things. It's time to get out all the salads and start catapulting the shit into the crowd.
3rd-degree burns for free.
Well, maybe not. Let it drip first.
You aim. And then
Whatever. Gene's got pain tolerance skills, so
But that door
Whatever.
is being held shut.
yeah.
But the door's only partly shut. It's it's slamming into the dumpster. So I mean, you're small, right?
yeah, we're small.
I mean, I don't know about you, Scooter Wiz, but I bet you could do a pretty cool flip up onto the trash, up onto the top. I'm sure there's a skylight, and then plummet straight through into the kitchen by doing some parkour.
Parkour.
Did you just say parkour?
Gene Waddle parkour.
I mean, I listen to lots of podcasts on
Hey,
parkour,
I can do parkour.
as well as tea.
Guys. Dean, what? Gene Ronald is doing something. Parkour.
We're going to do a confrontation. I'm going to do a fast one. But what a confrontation is it's this game's version of combat. It's essentially a scenario, a more formalized version of conflict, like a monster's chasing you, where you have a goal and your enemy has a goal. So in this case, it sounds like your goal as a team is to essentially somehow get into the middle of this McRonald's where all the secret food is, so you can give it to the crowd. Crowd's goal at this point
Bread and circuses.
To hurt us.
is to destroy the McRonald's.
Ah.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
that's a
Like,
bit extreme.
it's not necessarily their explicit goal, but it is what they're doing. So essentially now we have clocks, which are based on difficulty. Normally I'd say it's actually a difficult thing you're trying to do, but we're going to say it's a clock of 4. So essentially you have to take 4 successful actions towards achieving this goal, and you will have fed everyone. Unfortunately, the crowd, their goal is pretty easy because they've already taken over the McRonalds. So they have a clock of 3. So essentially, as a group, you now as individuals can dictate actions. If you roll a full success, your clock fills, or you can add like an effect that makes things easier. If you fail, their clock fills. And if you roll a mixed success, both of your clocks fill. So I set the scene for every step of the confrontation. A mixture of animals screaming, and then also the Necromon is emerging from inside of this McRonald's. You can hear plates starting to smash. You don't see this, but on the inside, a little fire starts to emerge from the rope that got put in the fryer. Like it starts to catch on fire. If you don't do something soon, there will be no McRonald's to have a manager of.
So I have a playbook move. I think, yes, a playbook move called a designated driver. I have a reliable means of transport that is able to carry you and the other NPCs, NPCs spend an adventure point to have this means of transport appear at a critical moment, and you are in the middle of confrontation that involves a chase. Oh, no, that's fine. I am going to make it now that in my backstory, my parents have an ice cream truck. And
Nice.
I'm just there going, oh, I wish the Chili Bones ice cream truck, which sells, also bonfire topping. Oh, that's very weird. I only have the tea, and I'm just like, which, and then I hear the sounds of an ice cream truck coming, and so it's not necessarily my parents' ice cream truck, but there's one that comes, and I'm like, it's there, use the ice cream truck to distract them, and that, so. I don't know if that fills anything, by the way. I realised I read the final bit about it. It says, in the middle of a confrontation that involves a chase, you can fill your confrontation clock by 1. I didn't read that part.
You don't get to automatically fill it because you're not running away. You are running towards the crowd.
Yes, that's true.
I like the ice cream truck, though.
If you want to distract them with the ice cream truck, if someone wants to, I will treat that as an item that gives you advantage. But someone will need to point out the ice cream truck.
Yeah.
Or otherwise do something. But yeah, you have this asset of an ice cream truck just going around.
All right, that's one.
That could be a way to get us in the door. Look, ice cream.
It actually is playing music as opposed to your parents, which is just the boom, 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 ice cream truck. Just like with your thing, they just sing into the mic for their ice cream truck.
No.
This one has actual music, and why not? There's a clown in front of it, just a little old clown lady behind the wheel, like the kind where her eyes are barely above the steering wheel. Yeah. So you have an ice cream truck now. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna yell. Are the people here yet?
You're gonna wait for them to get out of the back door and yell?
Yeah.
I mean, we could let them out.
I can help that with Dirk. If we let go, we're the ones that are pushing the dashing. So we'll do that.
All right, let go on 3. 1, 2.
Tea bags.
2.5.
Oh, okay. I've already gone.
The crowd spills out. And what do you yell, Gene?
Gene Ronald falls to the ground. Help me, everybody! This ice cream was for you, but that guy inside, he tried to steal it.
Makes complete sense.
Wow.
So you're gonna roll convince somebody. You're gonna use slick because you're lying.
Why would I lie? Why would I lie? Why would I lie? If your character is lying, you can spend 1 AP to make whatever they're lying about the truth.
Dev's secret plan was to steal ice cream all along.
Yes.
Yeah, he knew it was coming, and he knew it was for these people, and so he just tried to wreck everything so he could steal it.
Does that mean that Dev has actually slunk away and is actually right now stealing from the ice cream truck?
He's actually queued up to get a 99.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone looks over and they just see Dev super casually, like, just licking the ice cream cone. So you got advantage because of the truck. You get double advantage now.
Yes.
So you roll 4 dice and take the results of the top 2.
Come on, Gene. Come on.
Come on, Jane.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh my god. 4 dice. Yes.
I like those odds.
Jane,
Yes.
you can do it.
You can do it.
Come on, Gene.
Okay, it's a 16.
No.
That-
So
that's
what
not
what are the
possible.
top 2 dice?
The top 2. Sorry, I just read all of them. Okay, the top 2. Oh, 11.
Ooh,
11.
Yeah.
Full success.
16.
I love that.
So everyone turns over and they just see Dev rip another tea bag and like sprinkle it like
Death.
a topping on the ice cream.
Stop it.
And they're just like, hey, that guy didn't give us food, but he's out getting food. He doesn't even need food. And they just charge him, leaving behind a little bit of a gap for you to be able to get in. Your clock is filled by 1.
Nice.
Oh, I mean, I need to get in there and start showing off my managerial skills. I need to tell these children where the burger toppings are and start getting these people fed.
Fuck, I hate this. This is too many flashbacks, Dickie.
Gene Ronald is just on the ground holding his knee, and he's like, guys, you see that?
Right, all of you,
I tapped
take
him.
these hats, take these aprons, follow me.
I'm already wearing my apron.
I brought an apron from home.
No, I can't really wear the apron because, like, when I'm doing tricks and stuff, it gets in the way, so it doesn't really.
Okay, well, just the hat.
No,
It's not cool.
Yeah.
Wear it
It's not
backwards?
cool.
I can wear it backwards. Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
so.
me too, like that.
I'll wear it forwards then.
Okay, me too.
I'll wear it backwards then.
My apron and the other apron, but that's backwards like a cape.
I wear mine in the middle.
Oh.
And I just change it every time I see it. Could be changed it.
It's not Kirby. It's Scooter Wiz 3000.
Good with 3,000.
Okay, Darcy, buns,
Ah, buns.
Gene, condiments,
What is that?
Scooter Whiz, I need you to work the grill.
The grill.
Here you go.
Okay, so in order, I want Darcy to roll Keep Your Cool, which is showing skill. It's slick. I want Gene to roll Help a Friend, because it seems like Gene's issue is more
Personal.
understanding what he's being asked to do. And I want Scooter Wiz to roll Keep Your Cool as well.
Okay.
Which is slick.
Yeah.
Plus 0 to this. Ooh, a 10. Full success.
All right, what about you, Gene?
It's a 5.
Okay.
You have so many AP points.
Okay.
Yeah, take an AP. You get 1 for that. You have 5 now. No, wait, you used 1. You have 4 now.
I should have 2, right? If I use another one.
I think you had four at your peak, was it?
Yeah.
Then now it's 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
now it's true. Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Scooter Wiz?
That is a 6. But I do have a do or do not if it is a mixed. I don't know if it is a mixed currently. but-
No, it's not. It's a failure,
No,
unfortunately.
it's a failure.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so what,
Wait, I got +1 to slick, though.
oh,
that
you
make-
rolled a 6?
I rolled a 6.
Okay, so that is 7, so it's a mixed success.
Okay, can I use do or do not? If you roll a mixed success, you may upgrade it to a full success. However, if you do so, the GM may make a hard move immediately after you're full.
Amazing.
Okay, there we go. Hey, I did a thing.
You got it.
Just. Thank you, Dickie.
I want you all to describe, Darcy, how do you successfully do your job? Gene, how do you get confused and destroy the restaurant a little bit? And then Scooter Wiz, how do you almost do both, but then just end up succeeding?
So I'm like, okay, don't panic. Okay, buns. And I realize that the best kind of buns are the flavoursome buns. So I infuse them with a butter brew that I have in my bag. And it just adds more butter to the sesame seeds and stuff, as well as a little bit of tea. So it adds to the flavour. So then it's just a beautiful counter full of buns ready to have the meat put on them.
Oh, butter infused.
I'm grilling burgers when we're done after this, and I'm so hungry now. Anyways, keep going. The beautiful buns that have me in real life actually like... Gene, how do you end up destroying the restaurant a little bit with your condiment confusion?
Okay, so Gene is like I feel like Gene just like maybe is like, well, maybe I know what that means. Maybe I don't know what that means. Gene's looking around. Everybody else has got a job. Gene's like, what's the only thing that's left out? Obviously, it's lettuce. So Gene is like, condiments must be like an old people word for lettuce. Got it. And Gene is going to go to wherever the lettuce is stored and just kind of like, you ever seen like a little dog try to pull something out of like a container and the dog can't really get it, so it just keeps going.
We're talking like whole heads of lettuce?
Probably, yeah. Like just whatever, however it's stored, man. And I'm just like, I'm pulling on it and I'm like, I can't get it out. And I'm also not wearing non-slip shoes. I'm not being very safe, and I have an inability about reckless movements, and I'm like really tugging on this box, and it probably does come out eventually, but not in the way that we wanted it to.
Oh no!
It's all over. It's everywhere.
All right, and then Scooter Wiz, what do you do?
These burgers aren't cooking fast enough. They're cooking fine, but not as quick as we need. So obviously, what is needed is more oil. But just pouring oil on these burgers isn't that cool. So I'm going to do a trick, land on the oil, and then spray the oil in a way that it generously coats all of them.
Sort of a kickflip up onto the counter.
Like maybe a kickflip, maybe like a backflip, maybe a front flip. I don't know. You know, whatever.
An all-round flip.
Yeah. A 360 flip. You know, it's the main thing is that the oil is generously placed.
Well, you've rolled that and succeeded.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out my hard move. So it gets on.
It does get on.
And you feel the flames rise up. And for a second, you're like, wow, that oil was really hot.
Yeah.
Eyebrows are going.
Then you notice an insignia on one of the buns. And you realize in the flames is your mom's hellish equivalent of a phone number.
Fuck.
You were supposed to get home. Deadlight savings just happened.
No.
Oh.
And so you messed up the time. The ice cream truck outside goes silent. And we hear a guttural demonic, boys! And another pillar of flame rises into the sky as the management starts rounding the corner. You have one action left. Your mother is coming towards you. Management is coming towards you. If you roll a success, you succeed. If you roll a failure, the building is destroyed. And if you do both, you feed everyone and the building is destroyed. What do you do?
Dan, before you do anything, I'm going to help you. I'm going to spend Go Big or Go Home on Dan. Continue.
Yes.
I also have shoot first, ask questions later.
Okay.
I'm sure these can be combined safely.
It says touch the other side. So does that mean that from this world of the living, I can touch the other side of... Can I touch the undead side? Is that what it means?
Touch the other side is essentially if you're doing anything that's unfamiliar to you. Oftentimes it could be something like using magic if you're not a magic user, or
working a job.
Or in the case
Legally?
of Gene's was like, using a phone. For both of you, driving a car would be touching the other side.
I'd like to hang up the call.
So your other side is essentially trying to hang up on a burger.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, wrong restaurant.
Yeah.
So you're just what are you doing? Are you slapping the burger?
I'm going to flip the burger. I'm going to flip the burger.
You're gonna flip the burger. All right,
I'm going to flip the burger.
So roll, touch the other side. You're going to use fierce instead of books.
So I roll 2d6.
I have activated Go Big or Go Home.
Oh,
Go
my
big or
God.
go home, which means it's a critical success or a critical failure.
Go on.
Yeah.
Can I use an AP point?
Yeah, you can use AP to roll with advantage if you haven't rolled yet.
I rolled a 6, a 4, and a 6.
You naturally got a critical success.
We used everything.
We're flipping that burger, and we are doing it with pizzazz. I'm kick flipping as I do it, and I'm like, bam, Gene, film it.
I got it. Kirby, I got this time. I got it.
Yeah, but did you get it like properly though, or is
I'm
it
still
like?
I'm still getting it. I'm
Not
still
to stop getting it. I'm just the bit is done.
Okay.
What's Dirk doing in his whole time? That's where
I mean, getting ready to just rush in and assemble these burgers and fling them at ravenous customers,
Kirk
clearly.
is like Sailor Moon style, putting on a new uniform, looking so tight.
Yes.
So tight.
I love
A
that.
bow tie, but only a manager can wear that.
The kitchen's working out almost okay, so all I got to do is serve these people.
You're doing stars on your name badge. Essentially, like,
Moving all the lettuces that are on full trays, so that's just the front facing bits of the trays. It's got the lettuce on it, so
Yeah.
it looks like there's still 10 more trays of lettuce there, but it's actually
we
just.
know.
And as you flip over the burger, actually, to hang up on your mom, the demonic energy flies around and actually puts a really, really, a supernaturally nice crisp on the burgers.
Nice.
Ooh,
Perfect.
That sear, baby. Real marks.
All right, I mean, I just want to, as fast as possible, take these infused buns, take these burgers, put them together, and fling them at every possible customer that I can.
I videoed it.
This is going on Dead Book.
Wow, looks so good.
Dead space.
Dead Space, yeah. Skull Book. It would be.
Yeah, it's still- there you go. Skelly Cloud. That's what it's trying to think of any other.
Management turns around the corner, and Dev walks up and is like, "Hey guys, what took you so?" And he's brushed to the side as they watch, eyes, tears running down their streaks, seeing a beautiful scene. They see pure bliss as a bunch of people just have burgers in their mouths, salivating, enjoying this new recipe. Some of their souls we can even see start to leave their bodies before being pulled back. Before being pulled back in because they still need to eat the burgers now. I want to explain what's going on with Scooter and Gene in a second, so I'm going to say you two aren't here, but we're going to see the management walks up to Dirk and is like, yeah, so, look at your name tag. Dirk, was it? Pretty highly unconventional methods you used here.
I just did what came naturally.
This is natural for you. You're telling us you're a natural manager?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Meanwhile, there was like a red background among the rest of the crowd, and we weren't sure what that was. But now, if we have a metaphorical camera, it can zoom out and we can just see it's your 3-story tall mother, who has just this giant demon who has just a tiny little phone in her hands.
Oh no.
She's staring at it and watching the video that Gene recorded.
Ooh, I knew that would happen.
Boys.
Mom,
Yeah.
Mom.
Oh, it sounds like we're going through a tunnel.
Mom.
No. tunnel time.
Kobe, we're right here. We're right here.
We're in a tunnel.
Mom, you saw the video? You saw it? We saved the whole day.
Did you
We
see the
saved whole
video?
day. Kobe saved the whole day, and me too, and I was here.
A giant bit of lava. Actually, I want both of you to roll take action.
Oh my god. Oh no.
8.
10.
You both jump out of the way as a giant bit of magma hits the ground and some of the like flakes off. You know how it kind of splashes? Gene, you jump out of the way, but Kirby, you get stuck in the splash zone. So a little bit of molten lava just hits your face. Doesn't phase you that much, but it is uncomfortable.
Thing is though, there's lots to explain here, and
You boys don't need to explain anything. And you look up and you see that your mother has little magma tears coming out of her eyes. I didn't know my boys got a job. I'm so proud of you.
Mommy, we did it.
How'd you get something like this, kids?
Mommy, we got summoned.
Yeah, we got like headhunted and stuff. Like they were looking for like the best workers, and like pretty much like they asked us to work for them.
Only we could do it.
Only us, yeah.
Darcy's right there.
Hello.
Okay, and then.
Oh yeah,
and
like
then,
Darcy's been here the whole time as well.
Hi, Mrs. Pitfield. A little wave.
Why there, Darcy?
I just wanted to say thank you for joining the Patreon. Your sticker of "What's My Teeth" coming through the post.
It's like, stop using my credit card.
You're also getting a free tea bag of. Hang on. Bucks Fizz. That's a new flavor.
Wow, filthy.
Please post that chart.
Yeah.
You know, Darcy. I love supporting little kids, and
Yeah, that's our mom.
I'm just
That's our mom.
patron at heart. And
That's our mom.
because the task has been done, all of your chains disappear.
We got promoted.
Dirk, one chain remains, and you can see this one is connecting from you to Kirby and Jean's mother.
Oh shit.
Wait a second, what?
Dad?
What are you doing to our mom?
I think that's where I'm going to end it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's our new dad.
I always want to give a chance. Is there any final things you want to happen with your character? Just things either related to the session you want to hash out, or
I mean, if this was like a post-credit scene,
Yes.
and as we were all heading back to the hereafter,
Dirk's our new dad.
pushing along on my scooter, eyeing up Darcy. Hey, Darcy,
Yeah.
you got that pretty cool podcast?
Oh yeah. Like it's just I'm working on it. I'm thinking of actually branching out to what's the coffee or coffee. I don't know. I'm still working on that one. But I don't really. I'm not a coffee drinker. Oh, maybe bubble tea. She's writing down all these notes.
Yeah, tea's cool and stuff. But
Yeah.
like, if you ever want to interview like a top tricker,
Kirby doesn't drink tea.
I don't drink tea.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a shame.
I told her about you.
I could drink tea though.
Well, there is a tea for everyone. Yeah. She looks down at the stuff that's coming from her listeners, and she says, I always, as I always say, or as Mrs. Pitfy, you sent in this one. Life is like a cup of tea. It's wet, warm, and you've left it brew too long. It comes a bit bitter. Oh, that's quite sad, Mrs. Pitfy.
You hear that, Kirby? You left it brew too long.
Hey, stop it! I'm trying to.
Now
stop
I'm
it.
helping you.
No, you're not helping. I'm trying to.
I'm helping right now. Helping. I videoed this.
Just filming it.
Hey, Kirby, if you want, I do have a spot for a guest co-host.
Yeah, and like if you want, I do know like a cool tea place.
Oh yeah, what's it called?
Tea. It's capital T.
Oh, I haven't been to that one yet. It's on my
This
list.
is like when I lied about
Sure.
living in Canada.
Oh, it's on my list. I'd like to go to that place.
Yeah, same.
Oh, cool.
Maybe someday we both end up there somehow. Yeah,
I'll bring my recording equipment.
and I'll bring my scooter.
The name
Okay.
was Capital T, right?
Yeah.
All right. In that case, unless you have something you want to do for Dirk Dick, I'll move to the one other kind of post-credit scene. We cut to Capital T, and we see a manager saying, "Yes, so you have a very impressive record here, sir. It looks like you were suddenly let go from your old job. Could you explain what happens?" And the camera turns, and we just see Devin smile, and a little glint goes off his teeth, and he says, "Yes, it was chaos. And that'll be the ending singer.
Very nice.
If you were doing
I
the
bet.
credits of this, it would definitely be an episode of What's the Tea, because it's such a short credit sequence.
It's so
It's
good.
just all, and every time we did this, it would just be the same, but like, I think all of us just chiming in with ASMR tea drinking.
I love it. So good.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much.
That was
Kyle.
so fun.
Yeah, thank you for playing,
Silly.
everyone.
Holy crap, that was so
Can't
fun.
believe you tapped into a history that I have with Dickie so much. Jeez.
Listen, that was all you.
That was all you.
I told you, I warned you beforehand that slice of life complications just
I didn't
because
realize we were going to be at my
playing
old
your life.
job at Burger
Naturally
Fuel.
relatable.
Yeah.
Oh, but that was amazing. Yeah, thank you so much, Kyle.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
of course.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, amazing.
The What Am I Rolling podcast was created, recorded, and edited by me, Fiona Howat. This episode's players were Taylor, Dan, and Dick from the Backwater Bastards, and me, Fiona. This episode's guest GM was Kyle Decker from Quest Friends. This episode's RPG was Under the Neighbourhood, also by Kyle Decker. You can find out more information and get your own copy of Under the Neighbourhood on itch.io. The theme music was 8-Bit March by Twin Musicon of twinmusicon.org, licensed under a Creative Commons 4.0 license. If you want to find out more about the podcast, check out the website. That's www.wairpodcast.com. Fancy getting in touch? Email the podcast at whatamirollingpodcast@gmail.com. Finally, follow the podcast on Twitter and Instagram at WAIR_podcast for the latest news on upcoming episodes. And whilst you're at it, check out our Discord. There's a link in the show notes. And remember, adventurers need not apply.